What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy, Mr. CDK, and this is Sport Talk Network. I apologize, man, for having to redo this live. I don't know what was going on my camera, but luckily, man, I have a few more cameras. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to use my regular camera on my laptop, and that wasn't working out, so I had to switch over and change to this. It's been on my mind and my heart heavy for a while now. I've been paying attention to a lot of the things going on. You know, when I first came around, you know what I'm saying, as far as the YouTube scene, and I was watching, you know what I'm saying, I was sitting here watching different videos, and I was watching Blue Blood Sports TV for non. I was watching a lot of the channels, but they had all these real big channels that I was watching, keeping it real. But I ran across a small channel at the time, BVO, you know what I'm saying, my brother now. And I ran across his channel and I started watching his videos. And I realized something. A lot of times, man, when you go to these YouTube channels, a lot of these channels are big, but you ain't getting great content. I started watching BVO channel and really subscribed to that channel because I love what he was doing and I love the content. And it made me realize it didn't matter about how big the channel was. It mattered more about the person, man, that was doing the channel and what you wanted to watch. You understand what I'm saying? And, upon me, watching BVO channel, me and BVO became friends. And also, it motivated me because boxing has always been a sport that I love. It made me want to do something different. It made me want to start, you know what I'm saying, having me a channel and talking about boxing and being able to, get my point of view across. Because the one thing about having a channel, man, is always great because you're always able to, give your opinion and voice how you feel. Now, with that being said, I started reaching out. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. I started watching a lot of these channels, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was watching everything. Even Southpaw TV at the time, and I didn't know that he was gonna turn out to be a clown like it was. He was different. But I'm just telling you how a lot of this changes and how people change up once they get an audience behind them or once a fighter start paying attention to them. The first time, and this is what I noticed, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, son, about people not being able to keep it real and what they turn into. The first time you make a post, you know what I'm saying, about a fighter and he likes your post, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You should be happy about that. You should want everybody to know and share the moment. But what I don't think is right is when a fighter likes your post and all of a sudden you start riding with that fighter and nobody else can do anything right. You see a lot of that nowadays, man, when it comes to boxing channels and stuff, man. A lot of these channels are watered down. They ain't gonna give you the real. A lot of these channels, man, are only here, man. You know what I'm saying? And they don't care about the sport. YouTube is turning into a thing where it's all about paper and not gonna tell you the truth. When you come here, you're gonna get the truth. You're gonna get the real. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to have a million subscribers to keep it real, man. I'm real. Man, I'd rather be me any day of the week than be some of these guys that have sold their soul, man, all for views, clicks, and likes. Because that's what it comes down to. I don't want to be that person, man. I love the sport of boxing, and like I said, the first time I ever got an opportunity to watch BVO boxing, you know what I'm saying? It made me realize, hey man, this is something I want to do. He motivated me to want to do something different. It wasn't the Blue Blood Sports TVs, it wasn't the Fanons or the Southpaws or the Dante Boxing Nations or the Champ Size. It wasn't Monty Brown. It was BVO boxing. That's what I'm telling y'all. A lot of y'all are missing out on real great content because you only look at the subscribers and you never stop to see what that person is talking about. If you pass over a channel because it doesn't have a lot of subscribers, you might just be missing great content. So I don't want to be that guy, man. I don't want to be the guy that's missing out on great content because I'm passing it by to try to get to a bigger channel. I'm beyond that. Now, like I said, as I started out, I noticed a few things. There was guys that I was paying, you know what I'm saying, to come on my channel and do videos, little money here and there, you know what I'm saying? But I was kicking it with them. These guys wasn't big at the time, you know what I'm saying? They were just, regular Joes like me on the YouTube scene. And bam, when they did blow up, all of a sudden, now you can't get their attention anymore. Now they act like they don't see your posts or your comments when you hit them up. And I'm gonna tell you what's so fake, man, about some of these boxing channels. You go to a channel, man, and I do it all the time. I just see what people at. Like, they go down in the comments. You always gonna interact with your fans or your whoever. You know what I'm saying? Your subscribers. I ain't gonna say fan, but your subscribers. You gonna, what I'm saying, go back and forth with them. Man, I can put a million comments down below. They'll skip over mine every time, act like they don't see it because they don't want to call out. This is the kicker. They don't want to call out at the time CDK Boxing. Now they don't want to call out CDK Sports Talk Network, and I'm gonna tell you why. When they called that out, okay, somebody gonna say CDK Sports Talk Network. Okay, he must got a channel or something. Well, let me click over here and see, if he got any videos. What is he actually doing? And once they click over there, they know what they're gonna get. They're gonna get the real. They ain't gonna get nobody just running around here kissing behind, you know what I'm saying? So that's why when you put your name, you know what I'm saying, a certain way, like I got a CDK Sports Talk Network, when I go on somebody's channel, man, and they see my name down below, they skip over it. Whether it's BVO, D free, when they see that STN, they definitely gonna skip over it. And I've learned that. But I've also learned this, man. Why am I supporting people that will not support me? If it ain't Sports Talk Network, if you ain't one of these guys or somebody that I know really rocks with me, I'm done. I basically have erased all of my, other channels or whatever when it comes to boxing or whatever. I'm not gonna continue to support nobody that don't support me. You know what I'm saying? It's Sports Talk Network. That's what I'm supporting. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, when I first started watching this stuff, it was BVO channel that caught my attention. It was BVO channel. Salute my brother. It was BVO channel, a small channel at the time that made me want to get into this situation. I went to Blue Blood Sports TV first. I went to Phenom. I was going through all the boxing channels. You know what I'm saying? I was watching everything. And man, hey, hold on one second, y'all. Do me a favor, man. If y'all don't mind, bro, give me some support up on the stage if you don't mind. Come up here. If you ain't busy, I know y'all brothers might be busy or whatever, but if you ain't busy, you know what I'm saying, come on up. I'm just getting some stuff off my chest right now. But like I said, I've been watching boxing. I've been a part of boxing, you know what I'm saying, all my life. Basically, I have been a part of boxing. And I seen all the big channels and I went to those big channels first. And I was like, okay, let me see what they talking about. And then I seen a YouTube short and it was BVO and his, you know what I'm saying? And I seen what he was talking about. So let me go to this man's channel and see what he talking about. I went to his channel. I started watching his videos. I didn't pay no attention to the subscribers. I paid attention to what he was talking about. And man, that made me say, hey, I need to give me a channel. So that's where my motivation came from. We are skipping over people's channels just because they don't have a lot of viewership. And a lot of times we are missing out on real knowledge and what people really have to say. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not doing it no more. I'm not supporting channels that don't support me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm keeping it real today. I said I'm getting everything off my chest and I'm going to say what it is because at the end of the day, I know this right here. The same thing I say right here, I say to anybody's face and I'll stand on it. I went to people like Blue Blood, you know what I'm saying? Me and him have had multiple conversations, you know what I'm saying, on Instagram and going back and forth. But one thing I don't like is for anybody, and this is no disrespect, I'm just saying, as a man, if I give you my word, I give you my word. Anybody know me? JG know me. If I tell you something, you know what I'm saying, if I give you my word and say I'm going to do something, BVO, no, I'm going to do it. I don't like for a man to tell me, yeah, hey man, I'll come on your channel, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying, I'll give you an interview. And then I'm steady asking you, and then I look up and it's 3 years later, and we still haven't done an interview, and you still feed me the same BS. And I started realizing, man, I started going to other channels, like I would make comments or whatever on the channel. And I would notice that the next week or the next day, the same comment I made, they would actually throw it out there to whoever I was talking about, but they wouldn't put my name in it to make sure that I didn't get any kind of, you know what I'm saying, publicity. They didn't want that person to know. I'm picking up on it. You know what I'm saying? My brother BBO them seen it. You know what I'm saying? He know I ain't lying because I tell him all the time and show him. But this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a part of the get along gang. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a part of that, man. If you come on my channel and I feel like, man, that you done something that I didn't like or fans want me to question you about, I'd rather question you about it and stand on integrity than to have you know what I'm saying, everybody look at me like, dang, Los, what's going on with you, CDK? You know what I'm saying? You ain't even ask that man no real questions, man. You let him glide through. You ain't asking the hard questions. I don't want to be that person. I want to be known as a person, man, that's willing to ask whatever. Because at the end of the day, whether I make $1 off YouTube, Facebook, TikTok or not, I'm gonna be okay, and my family gonna be okay. This is not everything for me. I don't have to have this right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it for fun right now. I ain't making $1 off YouTube. I do it for the love of the sport of boxing. What you say, JG? Loaf, my guy. You come with that unfiltered, unbiased, sincere, and genuine approach. The real deal, Holyfield. Raw, no Jimmy love. Seeing you do your thing. Love you from day one to the day end, bro. And JG, you know what I'm saying? You know, they never love, you know what I'm saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? JG, somebody that know me, you know what I'm saying, from out here in the real world. So he can tell you what I stand on, and I stand on business, you know what I'm saying, every day of the week. But I'm always be that type of person. I don't never want to be known as a person that's fake or, you know, like, man, I see a lot of these channels, man, they get people up there and they don't ask them the questions that need to be asked. You know what I'm saying? And we still don't get the answers. You know, I see, man, like I'm looking at Lamont Roach night right now, his situation. Now Lamont Roach is snitching. Lamont Roach is crying. Man, this is boxing. This ain't the streets. And I just look at this and I be like, man, what are these people getting paid behind the scenes? How much money are these people getting paid to actually, you know what I'm saying, take a smear campaign and put it on one of these other fighters for their favorite fighter? I don't understand it. Somebody got to be getting paid money behind the scenes to be doing what they're doing, man. And boxing, man, should be a love. You should love the sport of boxing more than you love a fighter. I feel like if you're a real hardcore boxing fan, you gonna have more love for the sport than you have for an actual fighter. There ain't nothing wrong with liking fighters. I say it all the time. I have many fighters, but man, I'm just saying, as of today, I'm erasing any, you know what I'm saying, subscription that I have if it ain't dealing with STN. If you ain't got the STN on your name, I'm not supporting you. You don't support me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't sending no money to my cash app. You know what I'm saying? You ain't commenting on one of my videos. So don't look for my support. This is what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just on that now. I'm tired, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of playing games with these people. What's good, my brother?
I was just thinking about my money, and I seen TD Sports, and I was just trying to figure out where my money is.
What?
So I was all I was doing.
What
I
he
said,
do,
let me
man?
go up here and see where my money is.
TD, hey, TD Sports Talk, man. What's going on?
his boy, his boy ran off with my money. Man, I need my money.
Oh man. Hey,
Well, I'm
JG
just
right
messing
though.
with him.
I know it. He said a lot of YouTubers on here be selfish and arrogant. And you right, bro. And I'm telling you, son, uh, like I said, man, y'all know me because I stand on business. And the same thing I say right here, I say to their face, because I know one thing for sure, two things for certain. They not messing with no picture of me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these folks, man, rather man go and take a Bible and throw it in the river than get in my face with that stupid talk. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. And to God be the glory. But that's just who I'm gonna stand on. I'm looking at, man. I went to. I'm gonna keep it real. Like I said, I ain't holding nothing back today. Uh, Last year, probably about November, December. You know what I'm saying? I was hitting up Mill City Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Told him I like his content. Like, man, you know, hey man, I really like your content. I'm rocking with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Can we get together? I said, I know you always on the camera doing your thing. Let me pull you over and do an interview with you. I feel like I'm a great interviewer. I think we have a lot to talk about. Boom. Oh man, I got you, man. I got you. Look up. You know what I'm saying? Going through the motion, going through the motion. We are now in March. He been telling me every month, you know what I'm saying, since then, oh man, I'm gonna come on your channel. I'm gonna do this with you, do that with you. Listen, it don't cost you nothing to keep it real. If you don't want to do an interview with me, man, if you don't want to support what I'm doing, I have no problem with that. It's the line that gets to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, me and Blue Blood, we've been going through this for 3 years. There's just different stuff in different situations. And that's why I said I'm only supporting those that support me. And I'm gonna support those that support me, man, to the end of the world and back. Whatever I gotta do, man, to show my love and appreciation for those that show me love. That's what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? There's a few guys that I haven't got to really, you know what I'm saying, a part of the STN that I haven't really got to talk to yet. You know what I'm saying? That I really want to talk to, and I love their content. I've been able to, you know, catch Doug right side. I be at work. Y'all know I work second shift, and I work a lot of hours during the week. But man, I love what he's doing, man. And me and him never had a conversation, but I just wanted to throw that out there for him. And I do every time I see his name pop up now. You know what I'm saying? I hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could just really sit back and watch all the content, but I can only catch so much of it because of the time it, you know, comes on. but I love what that brother doing. You know what I'm saying? And there's a few more brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? TD, whenever I can catch you doing whatever you're doing, whoever, man. I just want to support it and let y'all know, man, I appreciate the love and support y'all give to me. And I'm always trying to give it back. And if I ain't able to be there, it's only because I'm on second shift and I'm not able to really come in and, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying, do what I want to do. What you say? Go ahead, BBL.
oh man, I forgot how handsome I was on here. Jesus Christ. I forgot. I forgot. My bad.
Hey, what's
The
wrong with this
ratings about
man?
to go through the roof, man.
Wait. Yeah, well, since you so handsome, you just stay on stage, let him look at your face.
Oh boy.
You just let him keep
Hey,
looking at you.
I want to give a big shout out, man, to Drew Titan, man. Shout out to Drew Titan. He did
Definitely.
a review on the interview that we did. Shout out to Drew, man. Now, the monkey stuff was wild. That was some wild Bill stuff. But we love you, man. And shout out to you for showing some love to the Sports Talk Network. Appreciate you,
Yeah,
dog.
man, it's all love, man. This is what we do, man. And JG said something real, BBL. He said, bro, keeping it real does cost us. And it does. People say keeping it real don't cost a thing, but keeping it real costs you because everybody ain't real. So sometimes when you keeping it real, the fake ones, man, are gonna hate or they gonna try to keep you below, you know what I'm saying, where you need to be at. And like I said, this ain't no hate for nobody, man. I'm just talking about what I see going on and how I just hate some of the things. Boxing is already a small community when you think about it. Because at one time, boxing was the biggest thing going. I remember ABC boxing, man. I remember watching boxing on TV for free, the big fights. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
them days is over with, man. I used to love, man, being able to sit down and watch main TV. You didn't have to have cable to watch a great boxing match back in the days, man. That's just how old I am. I'm sorry, y'all.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
JG, I'll roast you, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, man, JG,
BBO, one of the best roasters in the game.
hey,
Don't do
JG,
it.
hey, JG, hey, JG said what? BBO got a face for radio. No, oh man, I just caught what he said.
Hey
He said
man,
you got
hey,
a face
hey,
for
hey.
radio.
Don't
BBO,
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Jay, because you ain't got no icon. So
hey,
I'ma
JG,
assume I'ma assume you that thing that was on Blade that was laying in the bed. with, that,
JG,
with,
man,
with that dude
JG,
say, no, Blade, no.
hey, JG, man, come on stage, man. Come on stage, man. Me and JG been knowing each other, man. We family for a long time now, man. JG stay down in he are you in Clarksville now, JG, or down in Dixon? You know what I'm saying? I don't know where JG at now. JG be all over the place, man. But we've been locked up and incarcerated together as well. You know what I'm saying? We done a little time together, you know what I'm saying, in the county. So JG a good dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Good dude,
Yeah,
good
shout out
dude.
to JG. Hey, I did hear that you didn't have no commissary down there, JG. Don't forget. I heard they was snatch your commissary bag.
Man.
I heard when you came out with your bag, it got snatched on the way to the brick. So,
Oh,
just
man.
remember, BBO the type
Hey,
of dude to run in your box and dare you to
okay.
say something.
Man, I think about hold on. JG, is this you, man? I'm trying to make sure it's JG from Dixon. Cause I'm thinking about JG from Dixon, you know what I'm saying? Where I
Yeah.
was locked up because I had got locked up out of town in a little town over. Me and my uncle had got hemmed up down in another little town. You know what I'm saying? Doing what we were doing. Got caught with some work in the car. You know what I'm saying? My uncle took a charge. And they still gave me prison time. But man,
Hey.
man, he took a charge. Told him I ain't had nothing to do with it, and they still said, "Nah, that ain't good enough." You know what I'm saying? That's how they play down there. He was like, "Man, no." They were like, "No, y'all together. It's both of y'all." He had the
Y'all
sack
together.
on him. Yeah, he had the sack on him, man. How come on? You gotta hit the you see that where I sent that link at? Like it's a link in the comments. You gotta hit the link. You said, are you on Poland Street, JG? Well, oh man, that wasn't name Jason. That's who it is, man. Yeah, baby, that's my guy, man. He was the only now he really, you know what I'm saying, he's biracial. But he, you know what I'm saying, this is my brother, man. He look white, BBO. Now he'll fight now. I know what he is now. I know who it is now. Hey, BBO. He came up in the hood, man. Look. So coming up in the hood, man, looking like almost like you're white. You had to prove yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because he was the only guy, him and his brother, man, Trey. They grew up right across the street from me. These my guys, man, good guy. I ain't know I had to think about who it was, man. I'm thinking about the other JG from Dixon. So me and him, I don't even know if me and Jason been locked up together or not. But going back to what I was talking about, BVO, you know what I'm saying? You seen the outcome of the situation with you know, Tank Davis and stuff, and You know what I'm saying? People saying Lamont Rose now went from him, having a point to him snitching. Man, how do you feel about the whole situation with, people trying to take boxing and turning it into like it's some street rules they gotta live by?
Well, the problem is this: you got a lot of goofballs
Yeah,
who was never a part of it, like myself. You got a lot of civilians, man, who want to play street. And one thing
yeah.
I will tell you is anybody who's been in that life, unfortunately, my father spent 26 years of his 55 years in prison. So going to jail ain't cool. Going to jail ain't nothing to be bragging
No,
about.
no,
Um, Tank at the end of the day, Tank was never a hood dude. Tank
no.
is a dude who played sports. And anybody who's an athlete, as my uncle used to say, I used to love how he used to say the athlete. If you play the sport, man, you ain't in no hood, bro. So we can stop the madness, we can stop the jokes. These little dudes now might be in the street that play basketball or football, whatever the sport. But back in the day, wasn't nobody playing no sports in no streets, bro. It don't work like that.
Yeah,
Um, and if they did, they would be like Mitch Green, who ended up going back and forth to jail. Mike Tyson back and forth to jail.
me.
Because one thing about it, if you a street dude, you're gonna do street stuff.
So there.
So at the end of the day, with Tank, Tank is an absolute sucker. But I don't blame Lamont for that. I mean, Lamont won. He wanted his just due. It's boxing. So he felt like he can get a better result by going to them people. Then by all means. But to say he's snitching, man, give me a break. Give me a
Yeah,
break.
yeah, yeah. I
Give me
thought
a
that was,
break.
I
Give me
thought
a
that was
break.
extreme, man. I just think like it's talk like that to let me know that people are actually getting paid behind the scenes to say these type of things, to start these smear campaigns and stuff, because it don't even make sense, man. It's like I tell you all the time, it's people that love Tank more than they actually love their own
Their
mothers or
wife.
fathers. Yeah, they wives, man. And that's
Yeah, I
wrong.
mean, my homeboy told me this some years ago, and I never believed him. But he said something I'll never forget to this day. A man rather kiss another man's behind than take care of his family.
Man,
And
that's
that's the
serious.
God's honest truth. Because I tell you this, man, my grandmother been gone 5 years, man, and I'm gonna tell you this. Don't nobody ask about her no more. You know what that
Yeah,
told me?
man.
Hey, you know what that told me? Hey,
Yeah,
dog, you ain't gotta worry about what nobody say because it don't matter.
it don't matter, do it.
It don't matter when it's all said and done. It don't matter, man.
And BBO, this is something that JG, man, my guy Jason can attest to. Hold on, he done came in. Something wrong. Said you, what's wrong with your phone? You got a triangle up there. Device is not connected. You know what I'm saying? But he noticed, you know what I'm saying? My grandmother, like I told you before, I think we had this conversation, was the first member of the MW, a woman that she was over the NAACP and Rainbow Coalition in Tennessee. She was the first black
Right.
woman to be over there, man. And she went to war for people when they went to jail and stuff, and helped everybody out in the community and let strangers move in. My grandmama had a nice ass house. We let people live upstairs, you know what I'm saying, and feed them and make sure they're okay. And you would think that a woman like that, man, when you look at her funeral, that they should have been standing room only. And I realized then, man, and it really hurt me more to just think like all she had done for people and not to really get the love that I felt like she deserved. You know what I'm saying? So you're right about that, man. People word, man, it don't mean a thing. It just don't mean nothing these days. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to, you know what I'm saying, for people to appreciate you when you telling the truth or keeping it real. These times have changed, man. It's all about the dollar now. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the dollar. Everything
And
we
and
do.
these are the kids that are got our grandparents, our great aunties, our aunties, our uncles, our dads, our mothers, our fathers told us about. These kids don't worship nothing but money and vanity. That's things.
Yeah.
So if you worshiping money and vanity, you worshiping Satan, bro. So
Sure.
if if you worship Satan, how can I expect you to be a God fearing person who gonna do the right thing? That don't make
Man,
sense.
right.
Because me and you both know, and not to get you on this, but a man can't live by works alone. Works
No.
don't mean nothing. Works without faith is dead, bro.
Dead.
And these young kids don't even know what faith means, man.
No, they don't. And that's
They
why
think
we
that's
see.
something that you buy on a t-shirt or get tattooed on your neck to tell a few people on TikTok that you got faith. And you know, just like I know, man, life is tough at times, but it's one of the most beautiful things in the world. And for me, I just hate to see so many kids get tricked into this demonic materialistic worship instead of enjoying not justifying instead of enjoying the people that they're around.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, man, the clothes, the cars, all that stuff goes away, man. But the
yeah,
people who really love you when you ain't got nothing, that's what matters, man. So I tell any young dude, man, keep your mind off them bras and get your money.
yeah,
I tell a young girl, if you want to be somebody's wife, can't nobody have it but him hardly.
yeah,
And it might not be fair, but do you want to be married or not? It's just that simple, bro.
yeah,
And I
man.
think
You right.
I think we do too much lying to people, dog. Way too much lying to people, dog.
Hey, BBO, and that's the man, nothing but the God's honest truth. And you know, one reason, man, that I always, man, go above and beyond for my lady is because when I didn't have nothing, when I was in the streets running, doing drugs and stuff, she could have abandoned me, or not really abandoned me. She's supposed to walk away from the relationship. You know what I'm saying? She was supposed to move on with her life. But for some reason, man, she had some kind of belief in me that I could be a better man. You understand? And she stuck around. And that's why we're here to this day. You know what I'm saying? Because I know at the end of the day that my old lady didn't have to wait on me. I was out here in these streets. I was messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? But she waited. She ain't take my son from me. She could have went back to Indianapolis or done whatever. So at the end of the day, when she might not know it, what it mean to me, it mean a whole lot to me because you know the love that I got for my son and my children, man. So I'm telling you, like a lot of these young guys not gonna experience that or know what real love is, or when somebody really got your back. And when somebody really do got their back, they still don't understand it or accept it. They still, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to call it no more. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, you know, we had people elders. We had elders. There ain't no elders no more. It seems like the grandmothers and the grandkids, I mean, the grandmother and the grandkids and the mothers are all too close in age these days. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, I mean, the grandma, the mother is 16 years older than the child. Then you got the, you know what I'm saying, the grandmother, she 15 years older than the mother. These are days and times we living in. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't no who in the house now is there. They raising each other. That's how I see it,
You
man.
know what happened to that, Lo? You know what happened to that, CDK? And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of blacks won't tell you. The whole culture of leave him alone, leave her alone. That's ruined black people. That set black people back. In my humble opinion, we've been set back 100 years, man. Because whenever somebody black is doing something, oh, don't judge him. You judging him. You hard him. No, he's a drug addict.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
she's sleeping around with a bunch of dudes, getting STIs and all that. No, she's just going through something. Shut your punk ass up. Excuse my language.
Yeah,
She's a whore, man. We gotta be. The problem is we don't have nobody to keep it real, and when you do keep it real, you're a pariah. So, but if you lie and that's what they want to hear,
you
I
break it up.
mean, you gotta
You break it
understand
up,
that.
BBO.
Oh, my bad. No, what I was
Okay.
saying, what you gotta understand is very simple, man. No matter what you do in this life, you got it's consequences for it. If you drink and smoke every day, there's consequences for it. For me, hey,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to get back on it as we speak. I stopped working out like I used to be.
Yeah,
BBO used to be shredded. I'm not shredded no more because I'm not putting that same work in. And I
yeah,
can't say, oh, it's somebody else's fault. It's my fault. Every problem that you experience in life can be met at your front door, and it's you. And that's the realest thing I ever learned from my father. My father said all the time, man, no matter where you go, you gotta take you with you.
sure do.
So I think the problem is self accountability, and people just don't care about their brother or their sister, and that's not how life works. It's all about working together. As Don King always said it best, working together works,
Yep.
and it does.
It
And
do.
I'm
It do.
anticipation for the day when we can see more of that.
Yeah,
I
man.
would love more people to understand that hey, your brother matters, your sister matters, and that's the problem. Nobody wants to keep it real. Nobody wants to tell the truth because they want to mess up a relationship. We seen Tank Davis. He lost that fight because of Tank. Tank lost that fight because that was nobody's fault but Tank's fault. Tank has been around all these guys who tell him what he want to hear. He got these fans who constantly lie like a sounding board. Oh, Tank it is, Tank it that. Man, fact is this is no hate. Tank ain't never fought nobody, dog.
Yeah.
So the moment he fight anybody with a pulse, it's a tough fight. Esau Cruz a tough fight. This was a tough fight. And
Yeah.
let's be honest, we didn't see Esau Cruz get beat to death.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me he's no good fighter. He's not. The thing is this, and I'm sorry for the Tank fans who get hurt like I'm talking about their blood brother or their mama. I'm not talking about your mama. I'm talking about Tank Davis. Tank Davis is not that guy.
Mm.
He's not. He's 30 years old and ain't got one legacy fight. You want to tell me him fighting a 33-year-old Leo Santa Cruz a legacy fight? Shut up. You don't you if you think that, get out the kitchen because you don't even know what you're talking about. He was 33 years old when he fought. That's like me saying when Canelo fought an old Miguel Cotto, that was a legacy fight. That wasn't no legacy fight.
Yeah.
Canelo seen him, smashed him. That's what it was. Or that's like me saying when Canelo fought Sergey Kovalev, that was a legacy fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I mean? The lies we tell ourselves, bro. The lies we tell ourselves, the lies we want to believe. You're not as cool as you thought you were. You're not as hip as you thought you were. And Tank is not that guy. So all the meat boys, get your knee pads ready. I'm sure y'all gonna suck your brother dry. I'm sure y'all are. I'm sure y'all are. But guess what? He still ain't that guy. I got Shakur beating him now. I didn't have that at first. I
You know
got
I like that
Keyshawn
about
beating
it.
him now.
Yeah.
I just do. Because the
No.
moment you're not scared of Tank, he like Mike Tyson. He's very regular. When you're not scared of him, he's regular. All those other guys were scared of Tank. We seen Lamont, we seen Frank as he talked big and bad. Nah, he was flinching and running from Tank.
Yeah.
But what happened when Lamont came, who's a real cab driver? I'm not gonna play that game. He's a cab driver. Jamel Herring beat him to death. He's a cab driver. So he have a good showing. Now you want to say Lamont's a world beater. Man, shut your goofy tail up. No, he's not. Tank ain't but Tank ain't what y'all thought. And all the people who say that about Tank, oh, you hating, you jealous. Man, Tank's money ain't coming to me or you. So just for me, I hate to be so long with it on. I'm just so tired of the meat boy talk. I don't like
Right.
when meat boys talk. If you're gonna be a fan, be a fan. Currently I don't have a favorite fighter because my favorite fighter turned out to be a stone cold racist. I'm not
Yeah.
scared to say that because what we got to do, we got to be real. You got to keep it real with yourself.
Yep.
That's okay to do, man. But go ahead, my bad, my bad.
No, man, I'm happy, man. I was sitting back and enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Letting you get out what you had to get out. And you know, shout out to Lamont Roach, cause I seen him this morning going back and forth with Truck Simpson. You know what I'm saying? And talking about, I guess Truck has made a statement on X or Twitter, you know what I'm saying, talking about $250,000 bet. And Lamar Rose told him, if you got $250,000, we can bet it, young man. But he said, man, Tank don't even rock with you and you glazing him. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that because it's basically some of the stuff you talking about. And he was telling, you know what I'm saying, Truck Simpson, you're doing the same thing, man. You're sitting back, you're glazing Javante Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? And he said, when we fight again, it's gonna be the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Lamont Roach confidence is high, and I love it. And I've always said that Shakur and Tank was a 50-50 fight. And you know, a lot of people feel like Keyshawn Davis is the best at 100 and what is it, 35 pounds now. You know, a lot of people are saying they're coming out now saying they think Keyshawn Davis is the best at that weight. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I still love Tank and Shakur. I love Keyshawn. I think one way or another, one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? When you look at competition, either one of those guys are capable of beating the other one. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the night. I think that, but do I favor if Lamont Rose and Shakur fight, I favor Shakur. I've been said that. You know what I'm saying? I think Shakur, you know what I'm saying, is able to, beat Lamont Roach. I think Styles make fights, and I like the way that Shakur gets in there. You said I like Keyshawn Davis more than anyone at 135, TD, but he's not the best yet. He got a ways to go. TD, I can understand and see that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that Keyshawn Davis still has a way to go as well, but you see the talent is there. And what I really want people to stop doing, I think this is really crazy because it's almost like a protection plan, and people don't want to admit it. Every time Keyshawn Davis' name is brought up with Tank, the first thing they run and say is something about Andy Cruz. They bring up Andy Cruz' name and make it seem like Keyshawn Davis needs to handle him first before he faces Javante Tank Davis. there's a lot of people that lost fights in the amateurs to other fighters. Alexander Usyk, man, you know what I'm saying? We know who he is. We know what he's done. Undisputed heavyweight world champion. Did he go back and try to fight Sean Porter? Sean Porter beat him in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? You said, I think you gave me a good idea for a video I can do, man. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a whole lot, man, we can be talking about. But like Alexander Usyk lost to Sean Porter in the amateurs. So y'all, what y'all want Alexander Usyk to do? Y'all want him to go back and try to beat Sean Porter? You know what I'm saying? A lot of fighters have lost to fighters, you know what I'm saying, when they was in the amateurs and they didn't face each other in the pros. I just want people, I feel like they're taking Tank and try to hide and protect him and put him in their back pocket. Because the first thing they say, oh, Keyshawn, he got Andy Cruz problem. No, he don't. He ain't got Andy Cruz problem until,
Hey, Cruz is a bum, dog. We almost seen him get stopped by a dude with no power.
well, you know what I'm saying? I just want BBO them to stop trying to do what they doing. When Andy Cruz and Keyshawn Davis come to that point, then we'll say he got Andy Cruz problems. But right now, Keyshawn Davis is on a whole different trajectory. He's moving forward. He's doing his thing. Leave it alone and let it go. Stop trying to use that because at the end of the day, it seems like you're really trying to protect Tank. And that's what I feel, man. And I put money on Tank to win against you know what I'm saying, Lamont Roach. I'm not a Tank hater. I put money on Tank almost every time since I knew who he was. You know, I started putting money on. All the way back to when he fought Pedraza, I put money on him. You know what I'm saying? So this is how far this goes back. But I'm just telling you the truth, man. We have to stop trying to protect a man that has been a world champion that don't need protection. And that's what it seems like. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's trying to protect uh Bud Crawford against Canelo. And both of us think we know what the outcome gonna be, whether we're right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Everybody anxious to see Bud Crawford get in the ring with Canelo. Nobody's trying to protect him. Let's stop doing it with Tank, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about that whole situation, BBO. What do you think about it?
Um, I think you're making a good point, but
Yeah.
we wouldn't have nothing if we didn't have these new meat boys that
Mm.
say they boxing fans, man. They killing the sport.
Yes.
They killing the sport, man. And I used to get real angry about it, but the thing I'm learning is this, man. You got to take for what it is. Keyshawn's a good fighter. Tank's a good fighter. After that performance with Tank, it just let me know Tank is not that guy. And really, all I was doing was like everybody else is projecting what you thought he was.
Yeah.
Because call it what you want, Sugar Ray Leonard might have not. Only person I've seen Sugar Ray Leonard not fight is Aaron Pryor.
That's it.
But that's it. So I mean, when Sugar Ray Leonard was that age, he fought everybody. So I don't know. These dudes is really. It ain't even worth talking about to me. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god.
And then think about this, BBO. Who did you not see Thomas Hearns fight? Who did you not see Marvelous Hagler fight? Who did you not see Roberto Duran fight? You see what I'm saying? These guys, man, were facing the best, man. And I think also people don't understand this, but you only can grow so much when you're not facing elite level competition. When you continue to face C plus fighters or C minus fighters, you're going to turn into a C plus fighter if you was a B plus or A minus. That's what's going to end up happening because you're not facing the best and you're not facing reality. You can't, man, continue to do that. If you're not facing reality and you keep on taking on easy fight after easy fight, you know, eventually what they say, your skills gonna come down a little bit. And that's when I think cherry picking gone wrong seems to happen. When you keep on taking on those type of fights. That's when cherry picking gone wrong comes into play. You keep on facing that type of competition, next thing you know, you're gonna be on the same skill level as them, and somebody gonna end up beating you, man, or getting lucky and getting you out of there. And that's just what I think is going on, man. Right now, we have great fighters, man. Barbosa, man, would have been, I think, hey, BBO, when Barbosa at 135 first? If you're there. Okay, I think he was. Probably the smartest move Sugar, what you say, TD? Probably the smartest move Sugar ever did because Pryor was a cheat. Yeah, you say you think it was. Yeah, and I love Aaron Pryor. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you no lie, TD. I think that man, with or without what he was doing, but one thing about me, I always keep it real. There is no place in boxing for, man, anything when it comes to drugs or whatever it was that he was doing. Are you talking about the glove stuff they said in the corner that time, TD, when they said he had rubbed something on his gloves or something? Because I recall, I think them saying something about that if I'm correct. You know what I'm saying? He had supposed to rub something on his gloves and got something in somebody's eyes. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you're talking about. Now, I can't recall anything about PEDs, but you know what I'm saying? I do recall that right there. And I forgot who he was facing the fight. You know what I'm saying? But I remember something about that. You know, Canelo Alvarez, right now, one thing about me, we heard. I think that whole team. Let me stop her for a minute. That whole team. You had Ryan Garcia, Oscar Valdez, Canelo Alvarez, all of those guys. I believe they was all tied in together, doing whatever they was doing. Yeah, it was the gloves. Yeah, TD, it was the gloves. And who was he fighting when they said that? You know what I'm saying? Now, he's saying to the, he had said it didn't happen, but we all know what we seen. You know what I'm saying? I keep it real. We all know what we seen. I think a lot of people seen what we all saw. You know what I'm saying? And it did seem like that something took place that shouldn't. Yeah, it sure was. Yeah, it was Alexis. Yep, it was him. It was him. Uh, did he? They fought twice, I believe. Man, Aaron Pryor was so good, man, that to have a stain on your name just doesn't make sense. There was no need to even let the drink in the corner. Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was a drink, and I don't know what do you think was in the drink at the end of the day, TD. I've always wondered what people thought about that. What was in the drink? I've always wondered was the energy or something to help him, you know what I'm saying, make it through the rounds. But I've always wondered what people thought was in the drink, you know what I'm saying? Because we've always heard people say the Phantom drink over there, or whatever. But I've never heard nobody say what they thought was in the drink, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Roy Jones Jr., man. Roy Jones Jr., I listened to what he had to say. You know what I'm saying? It was something that gave him a boost. Yeah, it was. It might have been like today's when you're looking at all these energy drinks, he might have had an old formula back then, you know what I'm saying, that got him through that fight. But Roy Jones Jr. called, and I just happened to see this recently, he called that Lamont Roach and Javante Tank Davis fight exactly like it would happen. Now, you have Tarver's take, and Tarver, one thing that makes me mad, and I like Tony Tarver the fighter, but every time after the fight happens, he get bit off the whole time, but he'll break it back down as if he called it. No, Roy Jones called it. Roy Jones said that, he felt like that it was going to be a tough fight, that they knew each other, and Lamont Rose was going to go in there and be a real difficult task for Javante Tank Davis. And that's what we seen, man. Roy Jones called it to perfection. You know what I'm saying? It was a real hard task. A lot of these guys, man, Lamont Rose, I hope really, if nothing else, Lamont Rose has rose to stardom. Like he's gonna get the opportunity now. Now we could have it play out two ways. Lamont Rose just done something that they don't like in boxing. You almost beat one of the faces of boxing. When you do that, man, it hurts the business of boxing. They might try to shelf Lamont Rose. People don't want to believe this, but I could see them trying to put Lamont Rose on the shelf. I could see them trying to keep Lamont Rose right now. Man, his name right now is big. He has the opportunity, man, to fight anybody he want to fight next. I don't want to see them try to, something happens, and next thing you know, Lamar Roach is out of the ring for 13, 14 months. We don't need that. We don't need that. He needs to get the opportunity he deserved. The man, he looked great against Tank. And whether or not BVO said he's a cab driver, I'm not gonna say that man's a cab driver. I think Lamar Roach is I think he's a good fighter. Can I say great? No. But I think he's a really good fighter. And I think Lamont Rose, man, could, definitely, man. He lost to Jamal Hearn. You know what I'm saying? Jamal Hearn, whatever. He did lose that fight. I agree with BB on that. You know what I'm saying? He lost that fight. But I think, sometimes a fighter can lose a fight early in their career and still learn from it and get better. And I think Lamont Rose did that. I think Lamont Rose learned, and I think he got better. And that's why we see the fighter we see today. You know what I'm saying? Lamont Roach has learned a lot. Hold on right quick. What's good, man? What's good, my brother?
What's good with you, Los?
I ain't doing nothing. Hey,
BBO.
if y'all don't know who this is, man, this is my brother, man, from another mother, man. This is Mr. JG. You know what I'm saying? I call him Jason, but BVO, he the one that said you got a face for the radio.
What's
Man, I
good?
love
What's good?
man. It's
Yo,
all good.
shout out, man,
Hey
to my
man.
man Jay, man.
Hey
Yeah,
man, I love what y'all are doing, man. I love it. I
thank you.
love it.
And BBO, let me say this right here. Let me get this man his flowers, BBO, because when I tell you my stories, a lot of times people don't believe my stories. But this man grew up with me, and for a long time we wasn't in touch with each other. But BVO, when I went to the rehab, I posted a picture of me my first day at the rehab. And this brother reached out to me immediately. And he said, man, what do you need? What can I do to help you get through this situation? And the brothers brought me cigarettes, coffee, and just, was there for me, whatever I needed, support, money, whatever. He was there for me. When I graduated from the program, this brother was at my graduation party, man. And I got a real true love for this man right here, man. And I just wanted to tell you, man, I love you. And I always appreciate everything you've done for me. Just want you
Hey
to know
man,
that.
I love you back, Los. We go all the way back to Poston Street. So, and I appreciate what you said, man. Uh, we talk about it sometimes about how we grew up and everything and just the dynamic, and it's appreciated. Now at 47 years old, I could be an old bitter man and,
Yeah,
mad at black people, mad at white people, but at the end of the day, those things help me be who it is I am now, to understand pain and hurt. And when people are hurting, they hurt people, man. And
yeah,
it helps me be understanding. I wouldn't take none of them days back. Cause like you said, it helped me learn how to throw these hands. I'm not a big dude, but
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I ain't scared of nobody and I ain't tough. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta be tough. None
That's
of
right.
that.
That's
You
right,
know.
man. That's
Um,
definitely right, man. Like I said, I definitely appreciate everything you done for me, man. You showed me, man, there's still real people in the world. You know what I'm saying? And
hey,
people that
what did
really,
I tell you though? What did I tell you though? That wasn't me, bro.
yeah. You
That
told
that
me,
wasn't me. I tell you just like if I do anything for anybody, bro, that's not me. Let us both just thank the Lord.
that's right.
Thank God.
Uh,
Okay, God makes a way, and so um, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I was happy to do it. Always happy to do it. Always happy to come on and show you support, whatever it is you're doing. BVO showing you support too. I like how you brothers have connected over a common interest, and now you're developing a fellowship. That's important.
it definitely
Um,
is.
that's important, man. We have to have counsel,
Yeah,
and we can't have knuckleheads.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
can't
You
have
right about that.
knuckleheads like, yeah, man. When I'm mad, I don't need you to keep me mad. I need you to help me be clear.
Yeah,
If you
definitely,
mad, I don't need to be pumping you up. Yeah, you need to go do this. I wouldn't take that. No, man. We don't handle things like that. You
definitely,
know,
man. Definitely.
the
BVO,
emotional
you still there?
intelligence, bro.
My
That's
fault.
what we lacking. Y'all was talking about it earlier. Really, people are just lacking the emotional intelligence and maturity.
Yeah,
You can call me out my name all you want to. How I respond is on me.
definitely, man.
Um, and that's how these young people, man. That's a lot of what we see. You say something, and oh, now I gotta. No, you don't.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Jay. You a avid boxing fan, man. You love boxing.
Yeah,
What
the sweet
what
science, baby.
yes, what do you think about Javante Tank Davis as a fighter?
As a fighter, um, I don't know, man. I've seen he's smart. Um, he's been in it. He's savvy. But with this last fight, I saw something different. Um, I don't know whether it was he took it lightly. Um, he was talking before the fight. Like this is gonna be, this is gonna be his last year fighting and everything, and it
Yeah,
just didn't seem like he was there.
yeah,
Um, and so when you step in that ring, man, you have to, better than most, Los.
yeah,
Um, you have to have it all the way there because you can get killed in the ring.
yeah.
Um, and he just didn't seem like he was all the way with it. Um, his record speaks for itself. Um, but it's politics. So I look forward to seeing what he does after this.
So
Um,
do you want to see the rematch? Do you think it's
absolutely,
a rematch? Yeah,
absolutely. Not even necessarily for Tank, but I think Roach. I think Roach deserves that
yeah, he do.
because because at the end of the day, he took him further than anyone has taken him thus far.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and the The boxing commissioners and everything, they made the decision on that. But I think everybody who knows anything about boxing understands that, hey, Tank, you took a knee, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
regardless of why you did it or whatever, you took a knee. And that was overlooked.
yeah,
If the referee would have called it like it was supposed to be called, like we understand the boxing game to be called, Roach would have won that fight.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so, we can't go back. We can't go back on that. The ref at the end of the day, what I don't like is it's kind of like instant replay in
yeah,
certain, instant replay has a place in professional sports, I guess. Let's get it right. But that's part of the game. That's always been part of the game. Referee can't see everything. Okay. The umpire can't see everything. And so removing that human element, um, I'm glad they didn't overturn it because hey, the referee, did he make a mistake? Absolutely. But hey, that's part of the game. The human element is part of the game. He didn't steal it. I don't feel like he did that maliciously or, intentionally. You know, I don't understand it. He's a veteran. He's a vet. But it happened. And so let's see the fight again. Tank, if you're really the man, take him out like you usually do. Roach, if you're the man, take him out like you said you can. That's all. That's all we can do now. That's all we can do. Here I am looking at this cartoon of BVO. Did Los go? Where's he at? BVO, you there?
man. I don't know what's going on. I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on, man. My thing is fully charged 1 minute, and then all of a sudden the charge goes out within 5 minutes. So I got some kind of problem, I think, with my charger or whatever, because it was fully charged. So I plugged it back in. But I'm gonna have to get that taken care of, man, because that right there is making me mad. BVO, you still there? I think BVO, man, is he probably trying to break in the car right now. Y'all got to give him a moment. You know what I'm
Probably
saying?
with a
Anytime.
coat hanger and three shoestrings and a paper clip.
Yeah, he'll be back in a minute. BVO definitely trying to get in the car. But once he get in there, man, you'll see he'll be driving something different in just a minute when he appears back on camera. Or he might
Ah,
not. Hey, but
shit, he
let me,
gonna be driving something different.
yeah, be driving something different. Let me ask you this.
A
Now,
grocery cart.
man, he might. That's my brother BVO. What do we got Lamont Road. What did you think about Gary Antoine Russell and where he stands at 140 pounds?
Man, hey, making noise.
He definitely making noise.
I think I'm encouraged by him because this is the thing. We need fighters like that, man. He's
Yeah,
ready to take on everybody and anybody. Just he's ready to step up.
yeah,
Um, and he's gonna have to be tested
yeah,
more. He's gonna have to be tested more. But I think he's got what it takes to be a champion.
yeah.
You
Well,
know,
he a champion now. He just won the belt from Ryle. Ryle did have a belt.
right? I'm just saying to be a champion
Oh, you
though.
talking about like as far as maintaining it and getting
Right
to
now now he's a champ.
yeah,
Okay, he got the belt. You won the belt. Now to be the champ, you got to
yeah,
win. You got to win your next one.
sure do. You're right. You
You
got to
know.
win that next. You got the belt. Now you got to defend it.
Okay, now you got to be a champion.
Or do you? It's possible that we could look up and he got two belts because he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be facing Alberto next again. And like I tell people, I know he was going through, not making no excuses for him. He don't need it, but going through everything he was going through with his father. I think it was a lack of real focus there. Also, I
Yeah.
feel like being out of the ring so long during that time, it hurt
Right.
him. I don't want him to end up being his brother, where I love Gary Russell Jr. as a fighter, but I'm talking about taking a year off, 13, 14, 15 months. I need to see
Right.
him active. He needs to get 2 or 3 fights in this year and possibly be title fights. But he needs to get 2 or 3. No, even if it ain't, he needs to get two more fights in this year.
Well, people underestimate the fact that ring rust is real.
It is.
Okay, ring rust is real. Um, like I was saying before, you have to be mentally there um, to 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 bring your A game. And if your mind is not there, man, because like I know what's the body do? Body
Man,
follows the mind.
so do. And it's
And
gonna the
so,
mind. The mind ain't
um,
strong. The body is weak.
okay. And so, in coaching football, that's why my kids, they don't understand. Like, I run them. I run them. We run everywhere we go.
Yeah,
Okay. If you want to get water, I want you to hustle over there, hustle back. We don't walk nowhere because
that's what
I
they
don't
taught
have
us.
time.
That's what they taught us.
I don't have time to be running you. We're going to do our pre practice and after practice runs. We're going to do that. But
Hmm.
that's not enough. I need you ready in the fourth quarter. Okay. Just like these fighters got to be ready in the 12th round.
Yep.
Okay. And that's what we see. Like a tank, we usually see him get guys out of there 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
You know, we look back at Tyson. Okay, Tyson was a type of fighter. Everybody knew if we get him past 4, 5.
Yeah.
Okay. George Foreman. I think back on it, man, when George Foreman was talking about how to beat Tyson.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and it sounded good at the time. It sounded good if you could do it, and it's, keep
You
that
can do
jab
it.
in his face, keep that
Yeah.
eye,
Yeah.
keep him off of you. Um, because he trained to get you out of there by 4.
Yep.
He ain't trained to go 12. And so that was the key to beating him. It was hard to do. Okay,
Yeah.
it was hard to do. Keep him up
Especially
off of
young,
you,
especially young Tyson. The
man.
young Tyson, man, it was almost impossible to do that. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Before Customata died, man.
yeah,
After Cus died, man, wasn't the same fighter, man.
yeah. And when he
Cause see,
once
he
he went,
respected him.
yeah,
He
once he went to
respected him.
prison, once he went to prison, it was a wrap. We never
Hmm.
seen. He came out looking like a belt, like physically he looked like when he came out of prison, like oh man, like man. You could if you go back and look at the prison, the picture when he came out of prison, man, Mike
Yeah.
Tyson looked like he was in shape to do whatever, but he
Right.
wasn't the same fighter anymore. He had lost something. You seen like even a little bit of the head movement wasn't there anymore. It was just little
Right.
subtle things that you could pay attention to that wasn't the same. And that's why I respect Lennox Lewis so much. When they was talking to
Yeah.
Lennox Lewis on Joe Rogan, and he told Joe Rogan, listen, I can't take credit for basically beating the real Mike Tyson.
Right.
Like
Right.
Lennox Lewis was able to spar with Mike Tyson as teenagers when they was almost getting ready to go pro. He knew what Mike really was, and he
Right.
said that wasn't the same fighter. That wasn't the
Right.
same fighter. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people not gonna admit stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people not gonna tell you the truth. But Lennox Lewis did do it, man. He one of the few fighters I can say that stood on business when it came to saying, man, I know who Mike Tyson was and I know what he became. And he just was
Right.
never the same after Customato, after prison, all of that, Robin Gibbons, her mother, it just played out to
Yeah.
be it became too much for Mike Tyson. And that's why we seen what happened. Listen, Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas could have fought 1,000 more times, and I believe Mike Tyson would have won every one of them. You know what I'm
Every
saying?
last one.
Every one of them. But Buster Douglas caught him at the right time, at the right moment, and man, he
Right.
took care of business. So yeah, hey, man, I wish I could have put some money. I don't know why, but that fight right there, boy, you could have put $100 on that fight and walked away.
Man.
I'm talking about it would have been outrageous. That payday, I
Yeah.
forgot what the odds was. What was he? I forgot what the man.
Man. I
Mm,
have no idea, but hey, a, a cold day in hell. Okay.
man,
Never odds.
yeah,
And it just, um, culturally, man, think about that. When Mike got beat, bro, you know, that did something to the community.
it
When he
did, it
got
did.
beat, man, it was because he was unbeatable. That Mike Tyson that we knew before, he was unbeatable. Um, like I said, George Foreman would talk about it, and it sounded good. And he was right. George Foreman has one of the best boxing minds,
Oh
that
yeah,
we've come across, man. And he talked about. He said, "Man, you got to keep him off of you. You got to keep that jab. You got to
yeah.
keep that jab in his eye."
And you
What
know,
what did we
I just
learn?
my fault, Jay. Not cut y'all. I just look at the odds. 42 to
Okay,
1. So $1 would have brought you $42. $1.
right.
So that tell
Okay,
you, man,
so 140, 200.
yeah,
Okay,
4,200.
man.
$100 brought you 4,200, man. And I think they said I forgot, but I think somebody back then placed maybe like it was either 10,000 or $100,000 bet on Buster Douglas to win.
Right,
That's crazy money. Crazy
man.
money. You know what I'm saying? So 100,000 would have brought you 4.2 million, right? Something like
Bro,
that, if I ain't wrong.
life changing.
Life changing money if you had it to put up. You know what I'm saying? But man, oh, Jason, I know I wanted to ask you, man, because I
Yeah,
know we've been saying we're gonna do it, but we'll talk about it now. We're trying to get this interview with you telling your life story. And if y'all don't know, I do something on Facebook where, you know what I'm saying, it's called Everyone Has a Voice. And it gives people opportunity, man, that I know for us to, relive some of our childhood, talk about the good, the bad, where they at now in life. And man, we need to get together and do that. And possibly if I don't know if you're free today, I don't know your schedule, but if you're free today, man, we definitely need to do it today. I'm ready. I need to get it back in. People been asking me, inboxing me, saying when I'm gonna start this back up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna crank it back up. Everybody wants to see
yeah,
it. You know what I'm saying? So that just motivated me more to want to do it. But you know what I'm saying? It definitely be an honor and a pleasure to have you come on and tell your story because they need to hear it from your perspective. And people don't know, you know what I'm saying, that your dad, I know your dad, you know what I'm saying, was black.
right,
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. And you
right,
get to tell your story of growing up, you know what I'm saying, in that situation of looking and people looking at you like, you know what I'm saying, in the neighborhood, like, okay, if you ain't know his family, you would think that, okay, he white, you know what I'm saying? But I
right.
know, you know what I'm saying? So I want you to be able to tell that story and just, you know what I'm saying, get it out there and just talk about everything in life that you got going on right now.
Hey, Los, I look forward to it, man. What you got going on tomorrow?
Not a thing.
Let's link up and let's do it tomorrow, man. You know,
It,
I
it's
hey,
getting
I
done
really
tomorrow.
appreciate you even thinking of me that way, man.
Yeah,
Because it's a story to tell, man, and hopefully somebody can get something out of it and grow past some of the things that I see a lot of people, man, that stuff happened to them when they're 15, 16 years old. You
yeah.
know, and it's not that I'm insensitive to it, um, to the fact that, hey, man, you're dealing with something, but you got to deal with it. You got to confront it, and you got to leave it where it is. I don't let none of that stuff, man, control control me now, control my happiness now. Um, People who mistreated me or whatever, a lot of them, man, they ain't even here no more.
You're right.
And
You're right.
so, there came a point where there's certain things I had to let go. And we'll talk about that, man. Because we'll talk about my mom and
Yeah.
everything, and the relationship we had and the relationship we didn't have. But yeah, man, we can do it tomorrow, man. After service, I get out of church, man. I'm planning on going to church tomorrow morning.
So what time?
Um,
Cause we're gonna set the time now, and I'm gonna make the flyer and everything. You know what I'm
okay,
saying? So we're gonna get to it on that time. We're gonna be on time and everything. What would be a good time for you tomorrow?
anywhere between after 3 o'clock.
I say, let me see. We'll start at cause I'm thinking about something. I know we got something. 4:30.
4:30 it is.
4:30 it is, folks. Y'all heard that. Man, listen up, man. This is CDK Sports Talk Nation. I got my brother JG in the house. Y'all tune in tomorrow to my Facebook if you're not on there. You know what I'm saying? You definitely need to get on my Facebook, man. Follow me on Facebook. And we will be live on Facebook tomorrow. We out.
Appreciate you. Love.
Thank you, TD, man. Thank you, bro. Love, bro.